my God.
How you doing? I'm Chris Garrow, and welcome to Garrow Farms. The last time you saw me, my face was all black and covered with soot and smoke, and I was choking and coughing and about ready to die because of a fire that we had here. But things are looking up. We got stuff cleaned up, so let's head to the greenhouse, check out what's coming. So I've spent the last 11 days cleaning up the greenhouse, getting a new heater ordered, and that'll be here in a few days. But it took quite a bit of time to wash this thing down. I just took a sponge with some Dawn dish soap and went over every square inch of it. I am going to have to replace the end wall plastic because, well, that end, as you can see, is really dark, but not that big a deal. We'll get that replaced, get a heater installed, and then we can continue on. I did end up draining all the water out of the tanks. I have the water in there, but with that fire, I just felt better about draining it all out and starting over, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So we'll get the tanks finished, we'll finish cleaning up the tanks, get everything back in order, get some heat in this place, and I always say this, but hopefully within a couple of weeks we can start planting. So this is where I had the ductwork, and the fire started just outside in the little building I had with the heater in. I was really lucky in the fact that it melted the plastic right here, and it didn't pump all that soot in between the two layers of plastic, with the exception of this side. So we got really, really lucky. If that wouldn't have burned a hole in that plastic, then I would have been replacing all the plastic on the building. But the way it stands, I just have to replace the end walls, and it's not that big a deal, and we'll get going on that as soon as it warms up. So before the fire, we were just about in a position where I was gonna start building the beds and get some water circulating and all that, and get some seeds coming. But we did get the seeds in. I've got all the plumbing parts, all the parts to build the beds. Everything is ready to go with the exception of heat. We gotta let the dog in. She's cold. I did luck out though for all you aquaponics guys, because I have a tank under the ground which has been circulating for a month or more, maybe a month and a half. That water wasn't affected because it was pretty well sealed up. So we got lucky. That way we don't have to start completely over. We've got some nitrifying bacteria growing inside that tank. So it won't take long when we get the big tank filled and the filters filled in the beds, for that bacteria to reproduce and be able to nitrify the ammonia that the fish breathe out. And anyway, that was a good thing because we won't have to start completely over. It is so cold in here right now because there's no heat. The sun isn't out, and I had to take a hose and literally wash this whole place down. And so there's a lot of humidity in here, which we're going to have to get rid of once we get a heater. But right now the snow isn't sliding off of the plastic. We're going to get some sunny days here, and even if it's cold out, if the sun comes out, it warms up here or in here, and the snow slides off like it did yesterday. It's not really a problem. It's just, really dark and kind of dreary and a little bit depressing. But this won't last long, and It'll be nice in here again. The temperature will be warm, the humidity will be gone, and the snow will slide off, and no icicles hanging on the inside of the greenhouse. But for now, for the next week, this is the way it's going to be.